What's up guys, it's B522 back with another drift build and tune video, and today's video is going to be for the BMW E30 M3. That's a car I've been meaning to make a drift setup for a while now, and I finally got around to it, and it turned out really good actually. So let's go ahead and get started with the upgrades. So first thing, we're going to go over to conversions, and we're going to leave the stock engine in. We'll leave the stock drivetrain, obviously, it's rear wheel drive. And we're going to put the single turbo on it. So over to engine upgrades, you can do the race intake, race fuel system, race ignition, race exhaust, race cams, race valves, race displacement, race pistons, race single turbo, stock oil and cooling, and race flywheel. For platform and handling, we'll start with brakes, and we're going to put the race brakes on, put the springs and dampers on, race front and race rear anti-roll bars, do the race roll cage, and race weight reduction. Under drivetrain, race clutch, race transmission, race driveline, and race differential. Tire compound, we're going to put on sport tires. I'm going to bump the front tires all the way up to 255s, and the rear tires up to 265s. Now for rims, I went with the HRE C100s. You can use any rim style you like that you think looks best on the car, but usually lighter is better. Alright, and for the rim size, I bumped both the front and rear rims up to 17s. And for aero, I put on the first street bumper. You can put on any of the street ones or leave it stock, just don't do the Forza aero. Same thing with the rear wing. I went with the first street one. You can do any of the street ones or even take it off. Again, just don't use the Forza wing. Alright, so that's it for upgrades. Let's go on with the tuning settings. So for tires, we're going to do 27 psi in the front, 24.5 in the rear. Gearing, we're going to do 3.60 final drive, 2.89 for first, 1.99 for second, 1.45 for third, 1.18 for fourth, 0.98 for fifth, and 0.82 for sixth. For alignment, we're going to do negative 3.1 degrees of camber in the front, negative 2.3 in the rear, 0 degrees toe in the front, and negative 0.5 degrees in the rear. Caster all the way up to 7 degrees. For anti-roll bars, we do 20.9 in the front, 20.1 in the rear. For springs, we do 557.5 thereabouts in the front, and 540.8 in the rear. I'm going to lower the ride height all the way down, both front and rear. Damping, we're going to do 10 for front rebound, 9.7 for rear rebound, 7.2 for front bump stiffness, and 6.9 for rear bump stiffness. Can't change aero. For braking, we're going to do 45% for the balance and 90% for the pressure. And differential is going to be 50% acceleration and 15% deceleration. Alright, so let's go take this thing for a test drive. So the first thing you notice when driving this thing is the insane turbo chirp it has. Don't run too many race single turbos on cars, so I don't know if this is, you know, more of a common sound than I think it is, but I haven't heard it on any of my race cars or any of my drift cars. But anyway, this car is really, really light, and it feels it when you're drifting. The transitions are real easy, real quick, and so, you know, it doesn't have too wide tires, 265s in the rear, but it doesn't really need them because the car is so small and so light. And the balance of 51% weight distribution, the balance of this thing is great also, so you don't get too much push one way or the other. But you know, I was debating putting the inline 6 in this inline 6 engine from the other BMWs in this car, but you know, once I heard the turbo chirp and you know, realized that this engine does make enough power to be able to hold a drift, stuck with it because you know, I wanted to stand on its own more than most of the other BMWs in the game, which usually use inline 6s. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. As always, if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have any cars you want me to do a tune for, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.